Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Prison Architect Alpha 33 episode 13, the final episode for this prison. In fact, by the time you're watching this, almost certainly the next Alpha 34 has been released. We're on a bit of a tight schedule on this one, and because of that I have actually advanced this a little bit further from what you saw in the last video. So let's just have a quick rundown of all the changes. First things first, I thought it would be a good idea to remove the extra televisions I put in these cells. Instead of them, I should have put in a radio, but obviously I made a mistake and I managed to hang on, no wait, we don't need a radio. What do we need in there? Hang on a second, we've already got a radio. One moment. Room quality, we need an office desk, a shower head and a chair. We don't really need either of them. We could put a chair in the middle, but then would become quality 8. Do we need quality 8 on them ones? These are 6. Yes, those were going to be quality 8. Or we could keep it as 7. I think 8. I think keeping it as 8 would be a good idea. So let's put a chair in between them so they can sit on a chair while either listening to a radio on one side or picking up a book off the shelf and then reading that. Fantastic. We also did some changes over here. Now we added a kitchen and a full canteen. As you can see, it's now being completely filled. As I said, took the liberty of filling that. I waited a couple of days and got some cash and then did all this. I've also taken out a couple of loans, etc. That's also why our education reform program and stuff has actually, progressed on. So yes, that's why this is almost done. In fact, if we check on our logistics tab, we can see that the food distribution is now set up, which means that that kitchen will supply that, and then it will send it to both of these cell blocks. And also, there was one, that cell there for some reason was classed as a separate one in the previous save, so I don't know why loading it's changed that one. Either way, we've got all of that food sorted out. Our danger level is flying up. If I go to normal speed, you can see it is actually going up a lot, because we do have a huge food need there, but hopefully that'll be resolved this episode. It's also lagging like a boss for some reason, and I don't know why. Also, no, sorry, I was going to move on something else there, but speaking of the canteens and such, there was a very good couple of suggestions, and something that just didn't occur to me, and it should have done, but, you know, I'm only human and all of that. What we could have done instead of adding another canteen, the better idea, and I will admit it is just a better idea, is, well, what we could have done is we could have split the regime up. At the moment, our regime is identical on pretty much for every prisoner, so minimum, normal, and maximum. They're all the same. We have eat time at the same one. We could have changed it, so this bit here could have been eat time for maximum, this one for minimum, and then that would have staggered it. The problem we would have had there, however, we would have had a bit of a problem because it does take a couple of hours to prepare food and obviously clean the dishes and such. And because we built the prison on the premise that the prisoners will do at least 50% of the work, what would actually happen is that we'd have to hire more chefs to compensate. So we wouldn't necessarily be doing it more efficiently because we'd have to hire more chefs. It also means that we'd have to completely change the regime, the work regime, so it'll be either further back or further forward. Or what we would probably do is make the free time less. So we'd have, say, actually, we'd probably have these both as just work. Then we'd have 4 hours of work, or 3 hours of work, then 3 hours of eat, and then another 4 hours of work, and then eat time here. So we'd only have 2 eats. Maybe minimum and normal would go on one set, and then maximum on the other. Just a little bit of, just stagger it a little bit. That would have done the job. But alas, I didn't really think of that. And it's obviously, by the time I read the comments on the last video, I'd already implemented this, so there was no real point in going back and changing it. I did consider going back and changing the whole thing, but I just decided, you know what, no, that's not the way to go. We should stick with what we've got. And also, we are just simply out of time. I'm just going to lock these gates open here. The reason why I'm locking them open, originally we're going to have automatic door opens on it. Again, I'm scrapping that because I just genuinely don't have the time anymore. This episode will be pretty much about finishing this cell block. So we pretty much got this cell block to complete. We might get onto this side or this little security area if we have the time, but I don't think we will. So let us get on with this. We need to get, I guess, some more brick walls put in. So we'll go to brick walls, and then what I want to do is pretty much copy the same design on all of these ones. So it's basically that, and we're basically going to copy the design and get to the end. So obviously it's double doors and then that down there, and good grief, this does not like running well. We've just got another set of 20 prisoners, and it's all mixed risk as well, so they're all different types of risk, low, medium and high, and such. You might even have a serial killer in there. We haven't yet got a legendary prisoner as far as I can tell, but either way, We do have some more prisoners turning up, and that has brought our capacity up to 142 of 40. Now, that's not a mistake. I did look at it and go, yep, I'm definitely going to overegg this. I'm going to get more prisoners than I can actually handle. And the reason I did that is because I thought, suck it. There's no need to worry about it because we're going to be building loads of cells straight away, and that's exactly what we're going to do. The cells we're going to make are the ones in the center first, so these ones here, because they're the easiest ones, arguably, to build. Apart from now, there's these top ones, actually, but obviously we've just started building the foundations there. So we're going to go to cell, clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy, all the way along, and there we go. We're also going to go to the beds. I'm going to start shoving the beds in. Now, I just need to check the bottom one, because obviously we are copying the design, so we just need to spin that round, and then that goes on either side there. Now, it looks like the door on that one is in the wrong place. Actually, it's not in the wrong place, we just haven't yet finished it. So we'll spin these round. There we are, all the way to the end, and I just want to double check that no, we definitely haven't done that. Let's put a wall on there. Danger level is going up. It's now medium and still increasing. We are currently on eat time. This is going to be the decider. Have we managed to get this sorted? Sounds like we've already got some tasers going, which is not good. Oh dear, oh dear. People are struggling there. They're trying to get past. They're all coming on to get a bit of food. And it does look like, however, that we have got some food getting distributed here. And more importantly, we've got some prisoners coming in. Ah, these cooks are not doing it fast enough. Right, there we go. We're going to have to hire a couple more cooks there. And we'll force that door open. There we are. And hopefully that will resolve the issue. Yeah, it looks like food's getting put on for people. So it works. It does work, but not fantastically. If I just check, I want to check my deployment for a second. That is definitely not staff only. That is fine. Don't know why that's a separate room. That one there, I just need to check our food distribution here. That works for that one. That works for that one. That's fine. However, do I have people working there? Yep, they're maxed out. I've got people working in both of them, so that should work fine. Either way, danger level is now at low, and it's dropping, with many, many prisoners saying they are well fed. Excellent! However, that noise generally signals a bit of violence there. Actually, that's one thing we haven't checked yet. Ex-law enforcement, ex-law enforcement. Snitch. Ooh. Right. Ex-law enforcement over there, that's fine. Right. So, we definitely have a snitch here, which means that he's probably going to get stabbed any second. In fact, it's already happened, Mr. Paul Smith, and we can see that, yes, he is actually a snitch. So what we're going to do, we're going to say you are now protective custody, and you've got lockdown permanent. Okay, so there we go. He's unconscious only, so he, the snitch did get, shanked basically, but hopefully we can resolve this by just taking him out, and he should be okay. We will see. There's another guy in there, Mr. Stephen Wolven, and he doesn't want to become my informant. That's fine. We do have a couple of informants, but we obviously haven't really activated them or anything like that. Right, okay, toilets. Let's get the toilets put in for these new cells. So we're just going to spin it round, and then we will crack on. Now, what will happen, this is going to be a bit weird here, because as soon as these cells, as soon as these toilets go in, and as soon as I put these doors on, these are going to be now legitimate cells. Okay? So all of the people that are currently sitting in the holding cell, they're going to charge straight towards here, and they're going to get a nice little home. And then what's going to happen, in maybe another 6 in-game hours, they're going to be kicked out again, because I'm going to be upgrading these to a higher level, because as you can see, these ones have got office desks and chairs in it. Oh, there's some mail as well, nice, opened. There is actually a bug with the mail, and I assume, as I said, as you're watching this, almost certainly Alpha 34 is out now. I'm recording this a day before the last day of the month. I'm recording this, actually, what is the date? It's Monday, right? You're seeing this on, well, Tuesday or the Wednesday, or maybe many other days, because I don't actually know when you're watching this. But assuming you're watching this on the day of release, or whatnot, then, yeah, the alpha should already be out now. Or asteroids hit the Earth and, you know, maybe you're the one person left just watching YouTube going, well, why isn't the alpha coming out yet? Who knows? Right, the chances of that happening are actually quite high, believe it or not. Right, so let's get the not for tomorrow. You understand? I don't know the chances of an asteroid hitting tomorrow, but the chance of an asteroid hitting the Earth over our time scale is higher than you would think. Right, okay, let us get these things in here. Some nice office desks, lovely. It's weird, right? Because an office desk, as standard, right, as you can see it, has a computer on it, it has books on it, it has a little sort of photograph, and it has a mug of beverage, yeah? Yet, apparently, all of that is only worth $30. A television is worth, how much? 200. A radio, 100, right? So what they're saying, right, what they're saying is basically that if a chair's worth 30, so apparently this chair is worth the same amount as that computer and that desk and everything else on it. I don't really think that's that's the way it works. Unless it's a really, really crap computer. I mean, really bad. Or, I guess you could say it's a quite expensive chair. I mean, the chair I'm currently sitting on was quite expensive. But it is a Steelcase Leap, like V2, I believe. Because, yeah, guess what? You get what you pay for. And I want to sit on something that's not going to destroy my back in 15 years. I'd like to be able to walk in 10 to 15 years. Guess what? You're sitting at the computer all day. It's not healthy. Hence why I got a standing desk as well. Right, okay, so what we need to do? Well, we've got 24 grand. These cells are pretty much done, which is good. And we could get some more prisons, but I think we're going to leave it for now. What I do want to do is get the cells up the top done. Now, what that'll do is, again, give us a very, very sort of easy way out in terms of creating some slightly higher grade cells. Now, I've actually had a lot of comments saying that these cells are way too big. As in, when you look at grading, and I will show you in a second, if we go to grading here, room quality, we can see that it has to be at least size 16 squares, okay? So that there is the right size, I believe. Is that right size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I'll just pause it for a second there because I've fecked it right up. So this here... This here, we've got 16 squares. That's the maximum it can be. So any bigger than that, as in these ones here, are far too big. But let's just ignore that because there's a bit of an elephant in the room. We've just had 4 escapes. We've just had probably the first escape we've ever experienced in the construction series in a long time. Wow. These guys like tunneling, right. So I guess I'm going to have to just search that cell because we've had 4 escapes. I'm actually quite shocked and quite disappointed in myself that I didn't find that. Search that one. Search that one. Come on. They kind of tunneled along there and across. That would be silly. How have they done this? What the? Okay, right, no, right, that's it. Full shakedown. Let's get this sorted because that should not exist. Where have they tunneled from to get there? I guess it could have been from there and right down the middle? Nah. I'm calling BS on that. That's shenanigans right there, isn't it? No. See, I would assume that that was from here. Right? So, how the hell, if it's not from them, where the hell's it from? Because tunneling from here is a huge effort. I mean, you know, good game and all that. Yeah, well done. You've earned that. That's great escape shit right there. But how the hell have they done that? Insert massive amounts of generic profanities here. Good grief. No! No! Right, I'm going to rip the toilet off the wall. Dismantle this. No way! How have they managed that? You'd think we could send someone down that, send like a dog down that way. You know, scamper back. Or a ferret. A ferret with some TNT attached to it. That's dark. Let's force these open here. I do not know. Sorry, am I missing something here? That is definitely a tunnel. Right? That's definitely a tunnel. So where have they tunneled from? Surely it can't be here. Well, it can't be because the people, they're in the room. They're in the cells. And nobody got round this side to tunnel right underneath like that because that isn't in the game yet. Am I missing something? Am I just missing the complete obvious here? Okay, one second here. Room quality. They're not habited. None of these are inhabited, right? Because it says there's a dash there, which means they could have escaped. None of these are inhabited. These ones are habited. So what the... Brain confused, breaking, help. What the hell is going on? I'm at a loss to explain that. I'm sorry, I don't know. I may be missing the obvious here, but if I remove that tunnel there, maybe it'll come back and tell me where it is, but I'm sorry, I genuinely do not know where that's from. I don't know. I just don't know how that has managed to get there. I mean, I was very surprised when it said escapes anyway, and I thought, oh, well, someone's made a blitz attempt. Is that what it means? Someone's made a blitz attempt out there. That might be what it means, but that's a tunnel. But where could they get out? The fence is secure. You can't climb over it. There's no system in the game to have that. So I don't know. Like I say, I'm almost certainly missing the obvious here, because that's, you know, if we go for the most likely possibility, I've ballsed it up somehow, and I don't know how. But I would like to know, if you know how that's happened, then let me know in the comments. I was very surprised when I saw it originally, because I went, hang on, I search cells pretty much 2 or 3 times a week. I guess I'd search a cell or do an entire prison shakedown. Probably once every couple of days, 3 days, 4 days at the most. So I have no idea how that's happened. I've got them ordered on tunnel removal. That definitely says remove tunnel. So unless the object is being placed there to tell me where there was an escape, then it can't be, because it showed me, it did pop up and say that's definitely where escape came from. Alright, all of these are clear. It's told me these are clear. I've ripped all the toilets off these. These didn't exist. So I'm at a loss. Genuinely at a loss to explain that. Well, I've got someone ordered to go and fix the thing, and we'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to continue the search over here because I'm really paranoid now, but so far we've got loads of stuff. Clubs and shanks and forks and spoons and needles and medicine and scissors, booze, poison cigs, cell phones, screwdrivers, drugs and shears, but don't know what else. Do they need anything else? What they need to do is go over there and fix it. Let me force that open. I'll force all these doors open here, and these doors open here. What's left to search? I'm going to turn it off because there's pretty much nothing left to search. Right, here we go. Normal speed. There it goes. There it goes. Well. That is a good tunnel. That is an epic tunnel. That's a lot of work. So, at least we know where it came from. But I'm surprised because we've been doing shakedowns constantly and we've never found that. And I've never seen the dog go past there and sniff it either. Good game, guys. I mean, fair, you know, I tell you what, I credit where credit's due. They've put the effort in. I don't know what they've done when they've got out, and now, you know, I'm assuming now that, you know, we've got 30% paroled early and reoffended. We got 4 deaths in custody and 8 deaths in custody, 4 prisoners escaped. Reoffending rate's 12%. Yeah. I mean, fair dues. I mean, yeah, I'll give them that one. Yeah, at least it's explained. But I'm very surprised because we do shakedowns, and I would have expected, if anywhere, these to be the ones that have been the problem ones. Apparently not. Fair enough. Wow. I don't know what to do now then, because any of these, all of this could be a big problem now. All of these cells here could really have a tunnel coming down, because we've been searching, we've not found it. So you do have to rip it off the wall. Wow. Anyway, that's taking 10 minutes of me basically talking a lot of crap, and we don't... Well, that's pretty much all these videos are, you understand. But yeah, we've got no building done, so let's finish off this building, because we really do need to get this done. So, there's only 4 more cells to actually complete now. And I will do the really expensive ones last, because I feel like it. So, we need to put in the furniture first, and it will be a toilet over there. Problem is, I'm obviously mirroring this around, so I'm having to figure out where stuff goes. And then I believe it was... Have I got a chair in there? I have, but the problem is, you can see that we've still got televisions stuck there, and that's because our hold is full of lights. What actually happened is, when I made this thing here, there was no lights put in, so as you can see, I just placed a strip light in every square possible. Actually, no, right down the middle, I just put lights, because, look, I've got 49 lights. I'm just going to keep going. There we go. Let's just use all the lights we have. Get them out of the area there. I just keep putting lights in the parole room. Yeah, we at least free some storage and all that. There we go. There's some lights. Job done. Oh, God, we still got 29 lights. Should we make this the lighting room? Let's just burn electricity, burn it. That's all we're doing here, burn electricity. I can't do the center, actually, because you can't get to it. There we go. Oh, still 29 lights. Come on. Ah. I've just realised something. Yep, you were probably thinking it too. You were probably thinking, does he realise that's paused? Yeah, I forgot about that. So we've just bought a shitload of lights. Oh, I'm going to get crucified for that. Oh, I don't care. It's the last episode of this series. Right, okay. We need to crack on. So, televisions have been ordered there. We need to put in a bookshelf. I believe it's a bookshelf next to these, next to the toilets. Have a quick look, because obviously we do want it symmetrical. Yes, it is. So it's a bookshelf. It's a bookshelf. And then it's a chair. I've got a radio first. I found it first, so it's going there. And then not a large window, but we do need to put large windows in, I think. And chair. There we are. Okay, let's just check. Do these have windows? No, they have a small window, so we're going to put a small window in. So there and there. And then the other ones do have windows in, so we need to put them large windows in, which go pretty much opposite like that. Like that. And this one does have one as well, which goes on the side like that. And this one also has one like that. And then at the back, do they have windows? They do not yet. And they actually don't require them by the look of it. I haven't put them in on that side, so that's fine. Right. So, that cell apparently needs a toilet. There we are. It also needs a light. Put in that corner there. Should we have a quick look? Oh, there's no lights in these places either. It's a bit dark, you see. Just because of the way it works. Right, let's have a quick look. God, look at all the lights I've ordered. Should really cancel them. No, just leave them. Just let them crack on. Right, okay. Finally, the last piece of the puzzle here. We need to put in a bit of flooring. And that'll be that. Showers. And then this will pretty much be the last piece of the puzzle. And the last part of the cells. Last part of the prison, I guess. So, what else do we have? Look at that guy. Sitting, reading a book on a bed with loads of rubbish. We'll put jail doors on first because we might as well. And then obviously they'll become legitimate cells. There we go. And these are not plumbed in, so we will plumberate in. There we go. Them are all plumbed in, which is good. And then we need to go back and put some doors on. So door there, door there. Same for that side. Door there, door there. Door there, door there. And a door there, and door there. Right. What else? Beds. It looks like we haven't had any ultraviolence things go on yet, which is good. We haven't really had any violence or food like problems since we implemented our feed more policy, which is good. I am glad. Is this the right way? Yeah, it is. Yeah. People always mention that actually. If you spin the thing round, you can see the Bible changes, or the religious text changes, should I say? Yeah. Nice little detail there. Thought that was common knowledge though. I guess common knowledge to people who play Prison Architect. A lot of people may not know. Right. Finish off the cells here. It's a bit dark, that cell. Put a light in. 2 lights. Why not? And put a light in there as well. Right. What else do we need? Chairs, I guess. Chairs go in. So. There. There. And finally. There and there. Right. Television, radio. I think we're about there. Where's the TV? It'll probably be at the end of the bed, won't it? Yeah, TV's at the end of the bed. I'll always put the TV at the end of the bed. Just easy to watch, isn't it? Unless you're one of these people who likes watching the television standing up. Which I don't. I believe it or not, I don't know anyone who watches the TV standing up. Okay. Tiles, I guess. Flooring and such. And then that is pretty much it. So that there. That there. That there. So these ones are too big, you see. We don't need them that big. And do we put green tiles in? Sorry, green tiles, white tiles. We did not. So it's basically that. 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 And that. And with that last bit of clicking, we can say that this prison is complete. There you go. Well, I say complete. It's not, technically. We still haven't got, sadly, the security room put in. I just didn't. I honestly, I could continue on, and I could put that security room in, but it would take 15, 20, 30 minutes to implement because I would have to I was going to move all the CCTV cameras over there. I want door controls. I want the things so I can listen. The radio, what's it called? The phone taps and all of that stuff, and I have to plumb it in, and I have to like connect it up and like connect them all up with a connect tool and stuff like that. It will be a bit of a pain on to do, and since this is done, we're not going to progress it any further. I think we can safely say that we're going to leave it there. Overall, I'm quite happy with this prison. I think the grading is still a bit broken. Hopefully there's going to be changes for the alpha that's, as I said, out now, hopefully, as you're listening to this. The overall grading for the prison, that's not grading, is pretty good. 12% reoffending rate, and that's with a 58 prisoner release. That's probably the most prisoners we've ever released. That's in, like, you know, one go, or one sort of series, I guess. The prison value is nearly $500,000. Daily profit is not great because, again, most of my prisons are not very profitable because I don't generally make them to be profitable. I think we've done it a couple of times on the series, but not this one. And I generally overstaff my prisons. It's just a trade and things that I do. Capacity is 170, probably the highest capacity I've ever had. Deaths in custody 8. We've certainly had a lot more than that. Escapes, we've had more than that, but I'm very, very surprised that we've had some at all. But I do like the fact that we've had them. Although I am a bit disappointed in myself that I didn't catch them, I'm sort of confident that I did most of what I could have done. I mean, I did have regular searches, and I made sure that at least the prisoners, or at least the stuff on the outside, was searched and whatnot. We did have a dog going around the outside. Again, someone put that in the comments, said we should do that, which is what we did. So I did. The only thing extra I could have done was to put a perimeter wall all the way around, which, if I was continuing with this, then I guess the next episode would be episode 14, security. Perimeter wall all the way around and the security room over there. That's what we would do. But as I said, we're going to leave it there because this prison is pretty much done and the new alpha's out, so I want to continue with that one. I don't know if I'm going to do a Fight Club episode of this. We might not. We'll see how it goes. I have a feeling that it will just not run well at all once things kick off, so maybe not a good thing to do. But overall, I'm very happy with the prison, and I'm looking forward to see what the next alpha brings. If the next alpha is only bug fixes or doesn't add anything major, we're gonna give it a break for a month, and we'll see how it goes. But I'd like to know what you think. As always, comments in the comments, and we will definitely go from there. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.